अष्टोत्तर शततम श्री श्रीमद अभय शरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी महाराज शिल प्रभुपाद की जाय। जयम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शततम श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती महाराज शिल प्रभुपाद की जाय। नामाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की जाय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जाय। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जाय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जाय। मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जाय। श्री क्षेत्रपुरी धाम की जाय। श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन प्रोग्राम की जाय। संवेद गौर भक्तवृंद की जाय। ऑल गोइस्ट टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज हरे कृष्ण। ऑल गोइस्ट टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज ऑल गोइस्ट गुरु एंड गौरांग हरे कृष्ण। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। हरे कृष्णा। So today we will read from Srimad Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. This is volume 5 and the chapter is entitled as Let There Be a Temple. So we will continue to read. So Prabhupada continued to pressure Surabhi, calling him in at different times of the day. Why aren't these deities doors up? Prabhupada demanded. I am trying, Srila Prabhupada, Surabhi replied. There are so many things to do. Never mind, Srila Prabhupada said. You have to get it done. These hired men are all cheating you. Don't let them cheat you. It is not easy for all these devotees to collect money. It is all Krishna's money and can only be used for Krishna's projects. Protect that money and see it does not go in the hands of the wrong people. I don't want the contractors to become rich men because of our projects. And I want marble on that building. Where is the marble? Where can I get marble? Surabhi asked. Why are you asking me these questions? Prabhupada shouted. You are the expert. I don't know. Use your intelligence. Ultimately, Prabhupada's anger with his disciples was incidental. The reaction due them for their foolishness. It was also a way of instructing them and testing them. But deeper was Prabhupada's transcendental impatience and frustration that his devotional service in Vrindavan was still not manifested. He wanted a wonderful temple for the glory of the Krishna consciousness movement, a temple that would establish Krishna consciousness all over the world. It was an offering to his spiritual master, and he had promised it to Krishna, but still it was not completed. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Monobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamaiham Dadanti Swapadantikam Bandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Nitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakha Nidasa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrushabhanusuti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण। So last time I spoke on this chapter. So today also I got this opportunity to speak. So before speaking, I seek all of your blessings to speak on this pastimes of Srila Prabhupada. You know. So third canto Bhagavatam, there is a verse, very nice verse, where it is said how the devotees, they actually hear the pastimes of the Lord and his devotees. These pastimes are Pura Kathanam Bhagavat Katha Sudham. These are happened in past. Also, these are continuing, not stopped. It is not that something happened past, but it stopped and it is not going further. Pastimes are always going on. And these pastimes are Katha Sudham. These are like nectar. We see nectar in heaven, heavenly denizens, the demigods, they drink nectar and they live for a long time. Their body become so much powerful. They looks like so much beautiful. But the Bhagavad Katha, the pastimes of the Lord and his devotees, these are superior than the nectar available in heaven. These are all nectarian. So it is said, Konam loke Purusartha Saravit. Purusartha Saravit means those who knows the goal of life, what to achieve, what to gain in this human form of life. They actually know they are the Saravit. They knows the essence. That's why the devotees, they never actually failed to hear about the Lord's pastimes. On the other hand, Aho birajate bina naretaram. Naretaram means those who are lowest in the mankind. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Namam duskritena mudha prapadyanti naradhama maya aparhuta jnanam asurim bhavasrita. Beautiful purport Srila Prabhupada wrote on that verse. That Naretaram means those people, although they looks like human being, but in that human form of life, they missed, there is a missing link, that is dharma. They are forgetful their duties in the human life. So in this Naretaram, the lowest people, Maya Aparhita Jnanam and Asuri Bhavam Asrita, these are mostly dangerous. Maya Aparhitam Jnana means those who have gained the material educations, avidya. They have the decorated certificates, post, positions, everything they have in their life. But they don't have any interest to hear about the Lord pastimes. We meet so many people like that, Sometimes when I see these people, I become astonished. How is that? This person is so knowledgeable, he has so good brain, but philosophy is like, foolishness. Once I was preaching, I was giving the book, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that book. One person, he was smoking that time. He was smoking. And he started to ask some questions to me. Then he said, who told Bhagavad Gita? Then I told him, You are no elder to me, you tell. Then he told, Lord Shiva spoke Bhagavad Gita. I was amazed. What kind of philosophy? I said to him, even if you go to the remote part of this country, Bharatavarsha, you will ask to a small child, who spoke Bhagavad Gita, if he had no somehow or other appear in the Gita contest, he would answer, yes, Lord Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. How is that you are such a learned person, educated man, but you are speaking that this Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Lord Shiva? Yes, some group, they have the philosophy that Lord Shiva spoke Bhagavad Gita. So these people are Maya Aparuta Jnanam. Then Asurim Bhava Asrita, atheistic in nature. Now, the whole world is divided in two parts, and one part, they are following this atheism. Srila Prabhupada went to Russia, and for 3 days only, and all of you know that revolution happened after that. Srila Prabhupada said there, the communist, the atheist, their ideology, the thoughts, they say that they believe one leader, one party. And Srila Prabhupada said that yes, we are also transcendental communist. We accept one leader. He is Krishna. So, Maya Aparuta Jnanam. So here it is said, Bina Naretaram, these kinds of people, they actually reluctant to hear about the Lord's pastimes. They hesitate. If you will speak, they will say, no, something else, you speak something else. Why you are speaking the same topic, same things from the mythological books? But the devotees, they actually drink this nectar. It is said, Karna Jalivir, through their ears. Drink the nectar through ears. So, by drinking this nectar, by hearing regularly, attentive, with rapt attention, it is said, Bhava Apaham, the threefold miseries, the miseries in this world we are suffering, that will be wiped out. So this is the benefits by hearing Krishna Katha and the Krishna's Bhaktas Katha. So here we see Srila Prabhupada, transcendental impatience and frustration. Generally, a karmi, jnani, yogis, these people are sakali asanta. Krishna Bhakta Niskam Ataiva Santa. Srila Prabhupada is Krishna Bhakta. He should be Niskam. He should not be impatient, should not be frustrated. But we see this is transcendental. So it is mentioned in Nectar of Devotion. This is excessive. One should not judge the pure devotee of the Lord also exhibiting this kind of the impatience. He was impatient because he wanted to see complete that temple building, construction. So this is not a material platform. Sometimes we see the dignitaries, those who are guiding us, those who are helping us. We see them, sometimes they also angry upon us. Why? Because they are personal whims, personal grudge, that somehow or other to disturb all of you. No. They want to see all of you that you should progress in Krishna consciousness. That is their desire. That's why our movement is based on teachings. Teaching means those who are teaching us, helping us, they also aspire to see us that whether we are progressing or not progressing. This is Guru Maharaj Siddhanta Maharaj was telling, in Bagbajar temple, all the managers, all the leaders, they are fighting. Which room they would occupy? Which temple that would come in his, sayar that he would become the president, he would manage it. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj said, because my disciples are fighting amongst themselves. So that's why I think it is better to sell the marbles of Bagbajar temple. That we heard. Sometimes we see and we stock up. Prabhupada heard that, temple is not good, he should sell the marbles and print the book. But why here, Srila Prabhupada is again his Guru Maharaj wanted. What his Guru Maharaj desired, he wanted to fulfill that. That's why he constructed the temple. Once one reporter said, Swamiji, why you are constructing so many temples? It is better to construct hospitals, schools, other philanthropic activities. And Srila Prabhupada said to that reporter, have you married? Then the reporter said, yes, I am married. Have you children? Yes, I have children. Why is there a need for your marriage? There are so many children, so many people already married. Why is there a need marriage for you? Yes, there are all those so many temples, but the Krishna conscious temples are special. Srila Prabhupada, that's why committed to Krishna, that's I will build a temple for you. As for Prabhupada's disciples' failure to do the job, Prabhupada had to take the burden and agony of that failure. His disciples were his instruments in his service to Krishna. If the instruments did not work properly, then he suffered. Just as when one's arms and legs fail to function, the whole body suffers. His disciples' failure to carry out his desires was his loss. In this way, he felt transcendental lamentation over their failure to open the Krishna Balaram Mandir on Janmashtami day. So, as a leader, Srila Prabhupada took the burden personally. This is the leader qualities. It is not that to give the burden to others. Srila Prabhupada personally demonstrated how to handle the situations. And he personally took the agony of that failure. He never complained that due to his disciples, this is the failure. No. At this example, it is given here. Many times Srila Prabhupada often quote this example for nourishment in devotional life. What is that? Yatha toror mula nisechenena trupyanti tat skanda bhujopasakha. Like if you water the root of a tree, that tree actually nourished the whole branches, leaves, twigs, fruits, everything because greenery. Same way, as soon as we feed the food into the stomach, the body nourished. So here it is said that as soon as the body's some parts fail to function, then whole body actually suffer. Same way, when you do the teamwork, when you do any service where many devotees involved, that time the success, when we get the success, we obtain because of all the devotees, they are special endeavors for that service. When we fail, we should also accept this is our failure, that we should take it. So Prabhupada's disturbance through transcendental was nonetheless real. It was not feigned merely for instructing, nor could the devotees chiefly cheer up their spiritual master. For Prabhupada's disciples to properly assist him, they would have to understand his transcendental mood and serve him accordingly. Prabhupada wanted practical, down-to-earth service from his disciples. They should not expect to serve him sentimentally, but should work hard. Devotional service was dynamic. Prabhupada wanted his disciples to help him with his projects, to serve his Guru Maharaj projects, which, if successful, could save the world from miseries. Shri Radha Rasberi ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Shri Sitaram Lakshmana. So here, understand the transcendental mood and serve him accordingly. So when we are doing a Bhakti Shastri course, that time Chakravarti Prabhu, he was giving the class. One of the verse in 11th chapter, the last verse, Mat Karma Krit Mat Parama. That verse, the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada. And most of the questions are like that. What is the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada? Mat Karma Krit. Everything should be dovetailed for the pleasure of the Lord. In one line. Whatever we are doing, it is for the pleasure of the Lord Krishna. So to understand the mood and serve accordingly, it is very difficult. There are three types of devotees. We heard that, first class, second class, and third class. First class devotees, those who just by hearing, they understand. Yeah, before speaking anything, they understand the mood. Second class devotees, those who hear, but after hearing they do it. And third class, those who hear, but they don't bear and sometimes tears comes out from their eyes, and they become fearful. You know. So here we see Srila Prabhupada and moods and missions, like Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam, Prabhupada Manobhishtam. Prabhupada Manobhishtam means what Prabhupada wants. Here we see Prabhupada wants marble, marble, marble. Sometimes we hear in the lecture, Srila Prabhupada, where is the books, where is the books, where is the books? You know? After all, whatever he did, his desire was always, his books should go on and reach to the hands of people. That is his desire. Like in Bhagavad Gita we hear, Gama Vishya cha bhutani dharayami aham ojasa. Lord Krishna penetrates. He is omnipotent, omniscient and omnipresent. He is present everywhere. How? He enters everywhere. Same way, Srila Prabhupada's books has so much potency. So much potency. Sometimes some devotee says, just by book distributions, is it possible to transfer the heart of a person? Most of the people, they keep the books with red cloth bind, No, his books are actually time bomb. Many times we see people took the books and they read the books and they actually come and they speak about their relations by reading these books. So Srila Prabhupada's books and teachings is now, in this lockdown time, reaching to many places. Last time we were preaching, some of the students, they came to my boss. And then I inquired from them how they start this Krishna consciousness in their life. And some of the students, they told me, because this Gita course offered through Zoom, through social media, they actually attend these courses. And they completed level 6 also. They were chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They were reading Srila Prabhupada books. And some of the boys, now they are also still connected and they are distributing books also. Srila Prabhupada books, it's going everywhere. Now the devotees, they are innovating different ways to do this reach out programs. So service should not be based on sentimental. Sentimental means for few days they say, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. But after some time, no Prabhupada, no Prabhupada. And I regret personally, one thing I want to share. When I see they, share the content, they blaspheme the devotees, they blaspheme the management, and they share it in social medias. Okay, it is personally, you speak to them. Some of the students, they were sharing with me that how it was very difficult for preaching. Although you preach, you tell to them, and these boys are now so intelligent, they search in the Google. Okay, what about this person said? And later, due to immaturity, they left the process. Some of the, whenever someone connect with me in that manner, I first will block that person. I wrote to that person, how many years you serve in the movement? Generally, those who speak these types of nonsense, these people are not serving. Sentimental peoples. But we should do it practical. Devotional service is dynamic. Maybe someone gets success, someone may not get success. It does not mean to, blaspheme someone. No. If this temple, Srila Prabhupada said, if successful could save the world from misery, now this coronavirus pandemic is actually creating havoc in the society. People are fearful. People are in their room, in their home. They could not go out. Students are not appearing in their exams. So whole world is suffering now. And before pandemic, many posts in the social media, they were circulating, what these temples are doing. You donated to the temple, but now see, no one is coming up, no one is serving. But when the devotees, they started to serve, started to feed, started to make awareness in the society, everybody knew. Everybody's become aware that, oh, devotees are actually really helping. Recently, our God brother, he started a campaign, Oxygen Man. Oxygen Man. In this time, Kali Yuga, it is told by Sukadeva Goswami that how in the Kali Yuga people are in a quarrelsome age. Kalau asmin juga prayena alpayusha sabhya kalau asmin juga jana manda sumanda matayah manda bhagyahi upadrutah. These people are upadrutah, means most disturbed. Yes, these problems will come in the life compulsory. It is not that, oh, we become devotees, we will not face Nisarg cyclone. No, not like that. The problems will come, but the teachings, the consciousness we developed by hearing these pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we actually developed that strength, immunity to actually tolerate all these calamities in our life. The devotee says, whatever calamities, let them come. Vipada sastu tatra tatra jagat guru. Saswat vipad. Saswat vipad means always the problems, troubles, calamities should come in my life. But the devotees actually, when they do devotional service, such problems comes in their life, they actually don't think that these problems are now I am facing. They think I am transcend from this material modes of nature or some miseries. Once Jayapataka Maharaj was giving here class, at the end one devotee asked question, Maharaj, you are very pure devotees. Now you become handicapped. You are practically, we see your limbs are not functioning very well. To answer this question, Maharaj said, although yes, outwardly, one can see that I am a handicapped man. I am suffering this brain hemorrhage, so many problems. But Maharaj said, I never think in my consciousness that actually never touched me. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, the common man and the devotees, there is gulf of difference. Same thing. There is no difference that whatever the day-to-day activities we do, the Mahabhagavad, the Bhaktas, and the pure devotees, we see that they are doing the same things. But there is a difference in consciousness. Yes, these temples actually save the whole world. Now, practically, all the peoples, they got this awareness. Yes, devotees are not idle persons. They are the front warrior They help the society much better than others. So, getting concrete was a big problem. Surabhi, Gunarnava, Tejas and others were always meditating and striving how to get cement. Yet it seemed to cement was available in the whole of India. As month after month they waited for government permission. Daily, since Srila Prabhupada's arrival for the so-called temple opening, the devotees had been traveling by bus and rickshaw to Mathura to see if cement even a few bags was available. Sometimes they were cheated. One cement of 20 bags had been caught with other materials, and when they used it in casting a column, it remained soft for 4 days and finally crumbled. When at last enough cement arrived to complete the work, the devotees felt sure it had happened only because of Srila Prabhupada's presence. Prabhupada had Gunarnava count every bag of cement as it arrived. From 8 in the morning until 9:30 at night, the shipment kept coming on trucks, each truck with 4 coolies to carry the heavy bags on their backs into the storage shed. Gunarnava stood outside all day with pad and pen, marking the receipt of each bag. Srila Prabhupada came out of the house several times and watched gravely. In the evening, when they were finished, he called Gunarnava in. So how many bags? Prabhupada asked. And Gunarnava gave the exact figure. Everything is locked away now, Prabhupada asked. Yes, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada talked about the cement as if talking about the shipment of gold. Once I heard that what is the meaning of expert? Some of the devotees came to Srila Prabhupada. They were telling to Srila Prabhupada, you know, this devotee is expert in cooking. And that devotee, he is expert in book distribution. And that devotee, he is expert in singing. You know? And Prabhupada said, these are all material. Then Srila Prabhupada gave comment, the word meaning of expert. What is the meaning of expert? Srila Prabhupada said, whenever there is a need, if you do that, that is the meaning of expert. That is spiritual expert. How? You know, Srila Prabhupada's God brothers were much competent than Srila Prabhupada. They wrote so many books, they can speak hours in different languages. But Srila Prabhupada got the success. He preached in all over world. So many devotees, Westerners, they become disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada said, although I don't have so many qualities, so big qualification to speak, you know, to write, to do all these managerial activities, but what I did, whenever there was a need, I did these things. In the initial days, you all read that how Srila Prabhupada personally, he was personally writing, personally editing, then going for publications, and after publication he was going out for distributing single-handedly. He was doing everything. For us what? Some devotees are writing. Once Chaitanya Charan Prabhu said, here I was distributing books. I was asking him how he wrote all his articles and how he put all this difficult word. You know, to understand these words I need a dictionary always. And he was telling, you know, how he was writing. He was telling that this writing is also one art. You know, like a pujari is doing service, a book distributor is distributing the books. That is it. Okay, some devotees are writing, but Srila Prabhupada already wrote all these books, edited, These are now printed, published, and also BBT is giving the books in loan. You need not to pay immediately. Later you have to pay and distribute the books. We have the opportunity to just go out and give whole books. So here, those days, this here it is said Gunardaba Prabhu, who was in charge of that temple construction. He was helping Surabhi Prabhu. I was checking. He remained temple president of Vrindavan temple for some years. I checked it. So he was a very nice devotee. So sometimes when the service allotted to us for some menial services, just here you see someone is counting the cement bags. If that service will be allotted to you, someone will tell you, you do this service, then you say no, I should not do this service. Prabhuji, I am so much qualified. Why should I do this? These services, menial services, helps us to eradicate all our bad qualities from our, that is practical experience. Practical, like lost anger, greed, illusion, pride, madness. These are always giving us trouble. These are 6 urges. And devotional service means it is not actually we do through our rational mind, our knowledge. It based on purity. So sometimes when we joined, the services given to us to sweep, to clean, to clean the toilets. Once we were cleaning the pots, utensils in our bus, myself and one of devotee. So there is a very famous place in Maharashtra, that the birthplace of Gyaneshwar Maharaj. Morning time, every day, 2 times, clean the utensils. I like to clean, always. That service I like, because 15-20 minutes takes, I completed immediately. So one person, he was in morning walk, he was going. And he looked, and when cleaning, we were discussing. We were talking in English and we were discussing on some pastimes. And that person heard it. And he somehow come near to us, and he said that, I want to donate. And we surprised. Why this person wants to donate us? Then he said that, I checked my whole pockets, I got 70 rupees. He got 70 rupees from his pocket. And he said that, I want to give this 70 rupees to both of you. Then I said, why you want to give us? He said, generally we see in our home, my children, those are grown up, they don't do anything. If you will tell something, bring a glass of water, they will say, आप खुद लेके पियो ना. But I see you young devotees, young people, you are cleaning. Sometimes when they come and they see the devotees doing this service, people become amazed. They surprised what kind of brainwash these people did with these people. They are doing all these things. Once Madan Mohan Malavya, he visited. He was the founder of BHU, Banaras Hindu University. He came to visit one of the monastery of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. And he was inquiring question to Maharaj, what your devotees do whole day? What kind of teachings you are providing, you are giving to them? And then Maharaj said, you go to our kitchen, DT kitchen, and talk with my brahmacharis. And one, I heard one of the Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Maharaj disciple name is Volcanic Energy, Bhakti Dait Swami. His name is Volcanic Energy. He met to C.V. Raman, so many, there is so many articles also written. So Madan Mohan Mallavya, when he went and he saw that all these devotees, those who were cleaning the pots, cleaning that kitchen, they were discussing. He asked some question, and when they gave the answer, and he became surprised. Thus, Srila Prabhupada wrote one of the purport in second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. स्थित प्रज्ञ से का भाषा स्थित धीम किम उच्यते स्थित धीम किम प्रभाषित स्थित धीम किम आसित ब्रजेत किम. In that verse, Srila Prabhupada said, who is the sthitadhi? Person, a sober person, steady person, unless and until a person speaks. What he speaks? Then you will immediately recognize, oh, this person is speaking from this philosophy. Immediately. So Gunarava Prabhu, in the initial day, every devotees, they are doing this type of services. Now also, we have services. All the devotees they do. Recently, all the devotees they are going to cooking. All brahmacharis are cooking now. So later Gunarabha Prabhu, I read one article, he wrote that about this congregational chanting, Sankirtan. Our devotees, when they are in street doing Sankirtan, distributing books, he said to the people, those who are the audience, those who read that article, for them that yes, you should come up and meet these devotees and inquire some questions, ask them how to progress in Krishna consciousness. So, the last paragraph one we read and we will come here end. Prabhupada, August 12, Prabhupada felt very weak. It was on the afternoon of his appearance day, and he was sitting at his desk in the main room of his room. He lay down on his seat and put his head against one of the arm pillows. The following day he felt so weak he could not walk or stand. He had no appetite and ran a fever of 104 degrees. A local doctor arrived and examined Prabhupada, malaria. He prescribed some medications which Prabhupada took once or twice, then refused. A second doctor came and prescribed different medicines. Stop bringing these doctors. Prabhupada said, no doctor can cure me. Sometimes this type of quote, some of the devotees shows, and there is no need to administer or take vaccines. Nowadays, they only read the content. But the intent of Prabhupada, he was, declined to take all these medicines. It does not mean we should not take. We should not go to hospital. We should not, meet the doctors. No. As soon as we feel sick, weak, we immediately should go to the doctor and get the medication. That is needed. Because our condition is not in that stage to tolerate all these problems in our life. Sometimes I see the devotees, when they fall sick, they behave like, Mahabhagavad Bhakt. They behave like that. They think, I don't want to take medicines. I don't want to go to meet the doctor, like that. But reality, I am telling you, after sometimes, when the disease become severe, sometimes they left the movement. So it is our duty. We should be cautious. As soon as we feel something, we should get the advice or the help of the doctors or seniors to get cure from that disease. Although philosophically we know that Krishna helps always, you know. Krishna Nama is the medicine for all of us. But for this material diseases, we need to get, you know, consult from the doctors. So as we discuss in this lecture, that how, you know, Srila Prabhupada, transcendental impatience and frustrations, it is ecstasy. It is not like a common man, yeah, the material karmis, they are impatience and frustrations. Second, we discussed that how Srila Prabhupada, when he see the failures, he accepted that this is the failure of mine. He did not tell that, no, my disciples failed. He did not complain. He took it. And how the devotees, you know, this temple constructions they were going through, and they want all these materials, although unavailable, but they tried their best to get all these things. And we also discussed that how Srila Prabhupada, he actually single-handedly print all these books, you know, and his mood and mission was to preach and distribute his books. And last we see that how Srila Prabhupada, although when he fell sick, he did not want to get this medicines or doctor advice, but it is not for all of us as a mandatory. Srila Prabhupada did not do this, and we should not, no, not like that. We should be practically apply the devotional services in our life. Whatever our knowledge, whatever we can do, whatever our authorities gives to us, we try to do our best. Rest is there. No, rest is in the hand of our seniors, in the hand of Lord Krishna. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. If anyone has no, wants to add a comment.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Very nice, inspiring class. जब भक्ति सिद्धांत जी बोले कि मार्बल बेचकर पुस्तकें छपाना अच्छा है, तो खाली उनका बोलने का भाव था। वास्तव में इसका कारण ये था, उनके शिष्य आपस में झगड़ा कर रहे थे। वो बोल रहे थे ये रूम मैं ले लूँगा, दूसरा बोला मैं ले लूँगा। तो देयर आर टू थिंग्स, वन इज डॉग ब्रदर, कुत्ता भाई, वो क्या है झगड़ते रहते हैं, और गॉड ब्रदर जो एक ही गुरु के दो शिष्य है, तो वो गुरु जी की सेवा के लिए तत्पर रहते हैं। तो वो झगड़ा कर रहे थे, इसलिए उन्होंने बोला कि बेहतर है कि मार्बल बेचकर भी पुस्तक छपाए और सब लोग पुस्तक वितरण करने बाहर चले जाए। हाँ, एक पॉइंट। तो प्रभुपाद जी बोले योर लव विल बी सीन हाउ यू कोऑपरेट विथ योर गॉड ब्रदर्स। उन्होंने बोला शिष्यों से कि आपका जो मेरे प्रति सच्चा प्रेम है, इसकी पहचान है आपस में आप कैसे सहयोग से रहते हैं, कैसे सेवा में लगे रहते हैं। हरे कृष्ण।
थैंक यू। ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच। वी विल एंड हियर। हरे कृष्ण। जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।